So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. Jefferson is out there with Lowry, and it's prime time. Then there's Caleb Martin. And it's Yurtsevin in at the center, locking down the middle.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Pass to Beauchamp. Giannis outside. Pass to Holiday. And he uses the glass on the lane. Holiday's got 5.
I mean, few guards absorb contact as well as Holiday. In fact, he often delivers as much punishment as he takes.
Prime time, the pass to Martin. Here's prime time. Antetokounmpo defending. That one goes. Count it.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
So difficult to stay planted, especially with all the motion around you. Annoying turnover.
Ken Burge checked in for Milwaukee. Took the opportunity when he saw it. 5 points in the game.
Smart playmaking by Kyle, moving the ball to a guy with a good look.
The pass to Beauchamp. Jefferson against Holiday. Pass to Mamu Kalishvili. Shot clock at 5. Payne. That's no good. Couldn't get his first shot to go. Miami trailer. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Here's prime time, and 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Yeah, nice, strong finish there. Nearly a three-point opportunity.
The Heat shooting their first shots from the free throw line tonight. Milwaukee making a switch here. Muscala's checked in. That one drops. He ties it up. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Milwaukee Bucks. And this is their first time matched up with this year's Heat team.
And last year, an entertaining season series between the two ended up battling to a draw.
Just goes to show you that these two teams are always at the top of their games when they go up against one another.
And he's able to get it back.
This is the shot you want right at the rim. He just couldn't deliver.
And that concludes a high-scoring first quarter with both teams tied up.
The Heat, 16. And please give a big round.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And look what we've seen from Milwaukee. What do you think, guys?
Stingy on the defensive end in that first quarter. They were just getting up into people.
Yeah, they were very physical and very aggressive. They've just been the better team so far.
So with Butler sitting on the bench, this is who Eric Spoelstra has on the floor. They've got prime time. He's out there with Bam Adebayo. And it's Jefferson in at the 2 guard. The Bucks shooting 47%, pretty solid. Unlike a lot of perimeter-oriented teams, GA, offensively, the Bucks can really play inside out.
No doubt, and teams pack in the lane against Milwaukee, but Giannis in particular is a terrific passer, and if you leave a shooter open, he tends to find him.
Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, prime time in the last game against Cleveland was phenomenal. He dropped in 34 points and caused real problems for shooters with his shot blocking. It's rare to see any player put up numbers like that. It's likely a game he'll always remember. Kevin?
Okay, David, thanks. It'll be interesting to see, Greg, how much of that performance carries over to tonight.
And, Kevin, different scenarios call for different measures. I'm sure he'll just try to provide whatever they need for the win.
Well, that's what it means to be unselfish, putting the team's interests first. As you say, he just wants to come away with the W.
Middleton looking it over. To Payne. 3-pointer. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
Here's prime time. Oh, he jams it right over Giannis Antetokounmpo. Wow.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either. Here's prime time. 11 points in the game. Adebayo with the bucket.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Payne passes to Portis. They need this. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. There is so much young talent, Steve, in today's NBA. That being said, whose game should an up-and-coming player try to emulate?
For me, Kevin, for the 25 and under crowd, the guys I love, Luka Doncic, unbelievable. Ja Morant, Anthony Edwards, LaMelo Ball, and it's a whole slew of others. This Heat team does just about everything well. They're one of the top teams in the league on offense and on D. They can win games at either end of the floor.
That free throw good from primetime. And Miami, Smitty, really has succeeded in putting together a complete ball club. I mean, from top to bottom, with all the parts needed.
I totally agree, Kevin. That was their goal. Build a team that doesn't rely on any one strength. On nights when they're not shooting it well, their defense can pick up the slack.
The Bucks making a switch here. Mamu Kelishvili is checked in. Passes it to Connaughton. Just 3 to shoot. Shoots over Hachimura. And again, the Bucks miss.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Here's primetime. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
They've settled into a nice groove offensively here in the second.
Antetokounmpo kicks to Payne. Here's Mamu Kelishvili, covered by Lyons.
Missing that one helps out all the analytical guys from the mid-range.
Here's primetime. Giannis Antetokounmpo grabs the miss.
Doesn't register as a block, but he did everything you want defending that shot.
You know what he did? He timed it well and did a good job of contesting without committing the foul.
Here's Connaughton. You know, Smitty, what's incredible about Miami's D, they don't need to block a ton of shots to protect the rim.
Kevin, it's all about awareness, communication, and positioning. Whether they're in zone or man, they stay completely connected almost every possession.
Both teams deciding to change it up.
And they're getting to the line a lot in this quarter, guys, and it hasn't been by accident.
And the pass to Yurtsevin. Here's primetime. It falls for the 6th time in 7 tries this contest. That's 86%.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
Back to Connaughton. Rebound by the Heat. Coming into this having notched a win against Cleveland in their last game.
And bottom line, they found ways to score. Credit the game plan going in. It was right on the money.
They knew that the arena would be rocking. And if they could execute well on the offensive end, they knew they could quiet down this hostile crowd.
It really turned it around here in the second quarter after shooting less than 40% from the field in the first.
Holiday, the pass to Burks, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
Payne, he's checked in for Pat Connaughton. And so it's Miami going into the break with a 10-point lead.
Your Bucks, 22. The Heat, 32.
And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Getting ready for Miami. The Heat have been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
At the line for one.
Free throw good. Garrett. A touch over 2.5 minutes of basketball played here in the third quarter. So with Holiday sitting on the bench, this is Mike Budenholzer's lineup. Middleton, the small forward, with Giannis Antetokounmpo as the power forward. Then it's Payne, and it's Mamu Kelishvili in at the 5, down low.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
It's often a tough call that can go either way, but I agree with you on that one.
Prime Time's shot is good. Prime Time's got 19 points.
I'll tell you, it's one thing to do this at home, another to do it in a hostile environment.
They built up this huge league with great play at both ends. They're going to love watching film tomorrow.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks very much, Kevin. Well, of course, Giannis is the Bucks leader, but it's still Coach Bud who calls the shots. Giannis says, as players, we have to accept Coach's plan. You got to trust. That's the only way it's going to work. And sometimes it won't. Sometimes I'm going to execute the game plan, and sometimes I'm not. Not because I don't want to, but it's just not my day. Kevin, that is very, very good perspective.
Agreed. Thanks, David. Offensive rebound. Tries again. It's deflected.
And with the success they've had rebounding the basketball, they're right where you'd expect them to be, firmly in the driver's seat.
Got that one up quick. Jovic has got his second basket of the night.
Unselfish, moving the ball. Love to see this kind of offense.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
And this team's struggles are not his fault. He's putting in work at the offensive end.
Here's prime time, covered by Giannis. And too much time in the lane. They get called for the 3-second violation. The Heat make... And so Miami takes this one by a big margin.